And we are recording. All right, guys, happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, September 19th. And as promised, we were coming in here today because this is sort of like part two to yesterday's team call where we spoke about the 9 ways of earning income. But today we're going to go a little bit deeper and talk about how to be a 500 PV coach. All right. And what's a PV? Personal volume. And I'm sure you guys see every Thursday, there's always recognition on the page, and we're recognizing coaches that are in the 300 club, 400 club, 500 club, 1,000 club. And I know that I get a lot of messages, Edith, when coaches are asking me, well, what are those numbers in the corner? And
well, how did my name get on that list?
How did my name get on that list? Like, what did I do to get on that list? Is that a good list? Is that a bad list? Well, first of all, let me just say that it's a very good list if you're on that list, because the numbers that you see every Thursday on these recognition, it just simply means that these coaches are actively selling products to their customers. That's what it means. And all of our products have we're on a volume system, right? So for example, I'll give you a quick example before we dive into the actual presentation. So right now we've got 9 people on the actual webinar, okay? So all 9 of us, well actually there's 11 of us, including my sister, right? So we take a look at 90 PVs, right? Which is Shakeology. We're all in Shakeology HD. So let's just say that you had, 9 clients, 9 of your customers that were in Shakeology HD, not coaches, but clients. So Shakeology is 90 times 9 clients. You're looking at 810 PVs. That's where that number comes in. Hope that makes sense, okay? So that would put you in the category of, I believe, the 500, right? The 500 group. Yeah, because we do 300, we do 500, we do 1,000. So hope that makes sense, guys. All right. So first of all, Edith, I have to say that I'm super excited that we are kicking this off together as sisters, because just by way a way of background, just in case you guys don't know, okay? So Edith was my first coach, or you still are. You still are my first coach. You were numero uno.
And will always be your number
and you will always be number one, right? You're my number one coach. And one of the things, by way of background, my sister, since she was a young child, always loved teaching. Always loved teaching. And we actually worked together at the bank many, many moons ago. And Edith worked in the training department. And that's what she did. She taught. That's what she did in the training department. She taught the new employees coming on board. And also in your current job right now, you teach also. You're still teaching, right? Actually, I think we're all teachers, right? Because especially those that have kids, we're always teaching our kids, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you have children, you're teaching.
You're a teacher, right? So one of the things that I always told Edith as the team was growing, I'm like, Edith, you know what? I can't wait for you and I to actually do trainings together. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of Edith and I doing training here on the team, because I realized that's one thing that as a team, as a whole, we lacked, is doing actual training. And I think it's because we get so accustomed to the fact that, we are self-employed, because we are self-employed. We don't have a boss. I'm not your boss. Your coach is not your boss. You are an independent Beachbody coach. And I think that because of that, sometimes we kind of just assume that people are doing their training in the back office. And you know what happens when you assume, right? Exactly. That's what happens when you assume. And taking a look at what's happened in the last several years throughout Beachbody, and a lot of the questions that come out, such as, what do those numbers mean on the recognition on Thursday? How did my name get there? Then we realize that, you know what? It's time for us to step up our game as leaders and host more training on our calls. So you're going to see a lot of more training here on Team Eagle. We're going to come in here next Monday also and talk about, training to recruit. because that's an area you'll see on tonight's call that's going to help all of us pump up the volume. You ever heard the song? I should have opened up the call with Pump Up the Volume, you know? That's what I should have started with. So let's just dive into the slides. So I'm going to share my screen, and let me find the slide.
Oh, you have it open?
Yes, I do. Do you see it? Let me open. Bear with me, guys.
Yeah, just hit the, there we go.
And let me go into slideshow. Play from start. All right. See, right now I can't see anyone right now. So I hope that you guys can see the slides. Can someone comment so Edith can see? Just want to make sure. I don't want to assume that it's up and running.
Well, I see you.
You see me, right? Because we're on the Zoom.
Yeah. Let me check on Team Eagle. Hold on.
Yeah, I just want to check that everybody sees this.
Let me just put myself on mute, otherwise.
Yeah. You don't see the chat on the Zoom, Edith?
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
On there. And in Team Eagle, I see the slide and I see your little square on the upper right hand with your face.
Okay.
So we're good.
Awesome. All right, guys. So for those of you that just hopped on, you haven't missed anything. So the point of tonight's call, okay, you know me, hashtag keeping it real. We want to help you guys make money. Like, that's the bottom line. Okay. We're in a people helping people business. And at the end of the day, the more people we help, the more you're going to get paid. That's it. And when we focus truly on helping people, the income is going to follow. You know, I've always said this, and Carl Deichler says this all the time. So I feel free to share that those that are in this business, if you're coming into the business just for the money, this is not going to work for you. However, if you're in this because you have a servant's heart and you want to help other people live a healthy, fulfilling life, and really, truly, you know, come from a place of servanthood, right? That you want to, you know, serve these people, it's going to come back to you. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And at the end of the day, guys, when we stick together as a team, as a nucleus, when coaches gather together, magical things happen. Magical things happen. And that's why, you know, events are so, so important. When we attend these events, like this picture right here, that picture was at a Summit super workout on a Saturday. Those of you that have gone to Summit, you know, we all come back on, our souls are on fire. Same thing with a, you know, with a Super Saturday. And yes, I am plugging in Super Saturday because it's only a couple days away, guys. You know, and we all have to do our best to show up to the last Super Saturday of the year. Okay. And if you, again, if wherever you are, there's a Super Saturday happening, and John Condon is going to be in the one in New York City, guys. So if you're on this call, if you're watching this live on Team Eagle, that tells me that you want more. And if you want more, guess what? You got to do more, right? To have more, you got to do more. So let's move on to the second slide. We're going to talk a little bit about Team Beachbody's journey, and which also ties in to the humble beginnings of this team. You know, the humble beginnings of this team. So, you know, Team Beachbody, the actual Team Beachbody was born in 2006. And that picture right there where you see with John and Carl, that was in Santa Monica, and that was the humble beginnings of Team Beachbody. You know, the two guys with a vision, and I'm sure that, you know, John's going to share. I mean, he, you know, we chatted with him yesterday, and he's super excited because he's got this whole presentation to share with us on Saturday. And I know that the humble beginnings of this company is something he's going to share with you guys. But where this also touches my heart so to the core is the fact that picture was in 2006, guys. And, you know, Beachbody initially, when it first started, it was not a network company like it is today. Okay. It was not. It was just Beachbody in the beginning, selling the products, infomercials, and all these customers were, you know, sharing their transformations. Way back when, we used to have these things called the message boards. They're still there. They're just not as active as they were before, especially after Facebook came around and everybody transitions over to Facebook. But everything used to be in the message boards in the teambeachbody.com website. And so customers were sharing their journeys in there. And that's when Carl, made a decision to reach out to their customers and to ask them if they would be interested in joining forces with this company to become distributors. And, the word distributor sounds so salesy. And that's the reason why Carl and John decided not to use the word distributor and use the word coach. And I know that the word coach sometimes can scare people a little bit because you think that you have to be certified, you have to be this expert, and you're not. You're just coaching someone in their journey as you share your journey. That's all it is.
Can I say a little something about
Sure.
About the whole coach word?
Yes, of course.
And sorry to interrupt you like that, but before I forget.
You're my sister. I'm used to
it. So the reason why I wanted to speak about the word coach is that, yes, it could be a very intimidating word for a lot of people. And I know that we probably have some new coaches on this Facebook Live, or that may be watching the recording later on, and may be holding back in the business because they're not 100% comfortable with the word coach. And I have to share that for me personally, when I signed up, it was specifically for accountability purposes. Though I thought it was a great idea. If anyone asks anything about products, I can sell it to them and make some money. But that wasn't my main reason for becoming a coach. It was for accountability purposes. And I knew that though I wasn't announcing to people that I was a Beachbody coach, but just knowing in my mind that next to my name was that word coach, that I had to represent that and that had to be my lifestyle, and I had to live that lifestyle. So I just wanted to throw that in there because if there's anyone who's new to coaching and if that's holding them back, don't let it hold you back.
Amen. Thank you for sharing that, sis. So what I wanted to, add on to that is the fact that, again, this was back in 2006 when, Beachbody, Carl and John both reached out to their first customers and invited them to this business opportunity. And by the way, those customers are now called the founding coaches, and they're still here today. Those coaches are still here today. And it was 2 years later, guys, literally 2 years after Team Beachbody was born. Okay. Now let me rewind here for 1 second, because Beachbody itself has been around since 1998. Okay. That's been around since 1998. But Team Beachbody, the network of coaches, which is us, we've been around since 2006. And in 2008, okay, 2 years later, that is when I actually sitting here in this room right now, I saw the infomercial to P90X. And I called up my brother and I told him, Tony, you have to do this program. This is our type of exercise that, that we love to do. So go buy it, and my brother did exactly what I told him to do. Actually, no, he already had it. He didn't even tell me he had it, that knucklehead. He actually had it. It was just collecting dust. It was collecting dust. But when I shared with him the fact that he should be doing this program, he went ahead and he did it. So my brother joined in 2008. And by the way, in 2008, there were only less than 20,000 coaches. There was definitely less than I think it was like 18,000 coaches back in 2008 when my brother joined. I joined a year later in 2009.
That's I joined a couple of months after you at the beginning.
You joined in 2010. So what I love so much about this company is that my sister, my brother, and I, the tripod, that's what we call ourselves, the founders of Team Eagle, like we've been with Beachbody since pretty much their inception, since the beginning. Literally, it was like 2 years later when we joined forces with them. And we've grown with this company since 2008. We've grown with them. in their highs, in their lows, and their flat lines, and we're still here. And we are still here. So just wanted to give you a little bit of that background. And you know, we've seen the company evolve over time. When we first joined, by the way, well, hold on, that might be in the next slide. Let me see. No, it's not. It's still here. You know, when we first joined, you know, back in those days, they used to have what they used to call the WOWY. That's what it was called, which was work out with yourself. That's what it was called. And later on, that turned over to the Super Gym. And today, most of us know it as Beachbody on Demand. So, like, we've seen the growth of this company, the transformation that this company has gone, you know, through the years. And you know, this past year is, you know, some people want to call it, like, you know, it's been a funky year. But you know what? I always say, like, every business has highs and they have their lows. And I know there's been a lot of concerns, and that's why I want to address this elephant in the room. The fact that, you know, have things slowed down because, you know, we went from DVD to Beachbody on Demand. Like, I have a library of all the DVD workouts, and so every time a client, a new program would come out, you would buy a new program, and when you buy a new program, that meant more volume. But now we've transitioned from DVD over to Beachbody on Demand. So now everything's streamed. So it's kind of like a one-shot deal. So there's no longer does a client have to pay for a new program. It's at the tip of their hand. And if you were on the call yesterday, you saw that we do get commission of the subscriptions to Beachbody on Demand. We get 40% of that. And I know in the next month or so, a lot of those annual subscriptions are coming up for renewal. So there's going to be a huge, you know, spike in the commissions, you know, for that.
And volume,
you know, it's all attached, you know. But so again, I just wanted to, you know, to definitely address that, but also know, guys, that, you know, as your leaders, founding coaches of this team, we so believe in the mission of Carl. His mission is so aligned to our mission. You know, Jeff Hill one time told us, you know, if your personal mission is not in line with Beachbody, that's what causes a problem when the visions are not aligned. And so we're definitely aligned with this company, and I'm super excited about all the new things that are coming, guys. Believe you me, come January, we're going to benefit from all these products, new products that are coming, guys. Okay. So with that, let's just now jump into how to be a 500 PV coach. Okay. So, don't you love that little kid on the bike? I love the slides in here. But yeah, the goal here, guys, is, and by the way, this 500, you know, we're taking baby steps here, guys. Okay. Because ultimately, I believe a lot of, and this is the analogy that I want to use with you guys. Okay. The analogy is this, those that have children, right? You always want your kids to do better than you all the time. I don't know of any parent that doesn't want their child to perform at a higher level than they have in life. And so I know that's what I want for this entire team. I want every single coach on Team Eagle, close to 11,000 coaches, to surpass me, to be more successful than me. And so the only way to do that is not just to point you out to a video in the back office, but to come in here and roll up the sleeves and let's just get down and dirty, guys. All right. So you guys ready to get down and dirty? Yeah. Give me some thumbs up. I mean, I can't see thumbs up because I'm not on the page, but what's that?
Can you see my thumbs up?
No, because I can't see anybody right now. All I see is the slides. All right. So the goal here, guys, right now is I want everybody to set a goal to say, I am a 500 PD coach. I am a 500 PD coach. And we're going to show you how that 500 PD translates into, you know, this huge number. Okay. It is the heart and life of the entire team, guys. So these are the things, by the way, that a 500 PD coach does. Okay. So these are the things that you're going to be doing as a 500 PV coach. A 500 PV coach is like, this is the heart and life of your entire team, to help all of your coaches, okay? To help all of your coaches become a 500 PV coach. A 500 PV coach lives the 4 vital behaviors. And how do they live the 4 vital behaviors? They're a product of their product. They're currently doing a Beachbody program. They are drinking their Shakeology every single day. They are doing personal development, and they're recognizing their coaches. And if you're a brand new coach and you don't have a coach, then you can recognize a colleague. If you have customers, you recognize your customers, okay? So they live and breathe the 4 vital behaviors. That's what a 500 PV coach does. So as I'm going through this, guys, I want you to ask yourself, am I doing that right now? Am I working towards 500 PV? Am I living the 4 vital behaviors? Am I inviting every day? And as Edith said a little while ago, the word coach sometimes could be a little bit scary, but that's the whole reason why Carl switched it from distributor to coach. A coach is saying, you know what? I'm doing this. Come do it with me. Come do it with me. You're inviting someone to join you on the journey. If you're brand new and like, well, how do I invite? You just share. When Edith and I first started, and Tony, we didn't have anyone, to tell us, well, post this or post that. All we were doing was just sharing what we were doing through social media and inviting people to join us, okay? A 500 PV coach learns to ask their prospects, their clients, how you been? How's your health? Okay, this is a relationship business. This is a relationship business. So because it's a relationship business, you want to ask how you been? How's your health? Okay. A 500 PV coach knows the Find Your Healthy formula, which is, it's Beachbody's motto, right? Fitness, nutrition, support, right? Exercise, nutrition, support. Those 3 things combined gets results. A 500 PV coach nurtures their contacts, nurtures their customers. I know a lot of you coaches right now utilize the TeamZ system, which is a system that you log in your contacts, you're reaching out to your customers, you're reaching out to your coaches, and it's something as simple as going on people's walls, seeing how they're doing, making comments. Earlier today, by the way, I know this has nothing to do with 500 PV coach, but I did share a video, close to an hour video, with Bob, how do you pronounce his name? Heilig? Bob Heilig? Where Bob Heilig shares all these changes that are happening in Facebook. And he really, in that training, pretty much talks about the importance of reaching out to your prospects. So, and when you're reaching out, you're nurturing. Also, a 500 PV coach is confident in the product. They're confident in the fitness. They're confident in what Shakeology is doing in their health. They're confident with the container system. Like, they know. They know that they know that they know. And they speak from a place of conviction. Why? Because they follow and they live the 4 vital behaviors. So these are the characteristics of a 500 PV coach. A coach that is doing all of this will consistently, every month, minimum, achieve 500 personal volume. Okay? So, ready to move on, Edith?
Ready.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about how do we get to this 500 PV, okay? So it's going to be, guys, you plus 2 more. Okay, it's you plus 2. And you plus 2 is an Emerald Coach. And an Emerald Coach is the first stepping stone in growing your business. It is the keystone of your entire team. I like to analyze and say that a Emerald coaches are the pillars to our business. An Emerald coach is the foundation to our business. So thank you to all of our Emerald coaches that are on this call and listening to this. You guys, solidify the business. Okay. So those of us that are not a coach, here's the simple plan. The simple plan is to get to Emerald. That's it. If you're not an Emerald, let's get you to Emerald. And then the next step is to build emeralds, to continue to build emeralds.
Micki, that is so key. Because I'm getting feedback.
You're getting feedback?
Yeah. That is so key because, to become a diamond and have a diamond team, right? You need to have 4 coaches on each leg, and you need a minimum of 1 to be an emerald on both sides. And what I have seen is that we concentrate so much on bringing in these new coaches and just making sure that we have the minimum. It's like we have that minimum mindset where we should be looking to, like you said, build emeralds, that everyone that comes in, we get them to that point so that you can be a solid diamond when you become a diamond.
Exactly. And not to mention all the benefits that once you achieve Emerald, that you qualify for. But that's for another call. Right now, the goal here is to have this team mindset that it's not what you can do individually at all. It's what you can duplicate together as a team. That's what it is. Okay. And so the goal here, like Edith said, is about building a solid diamond organization. So how do we do that? Is by building 4 generations of Emerald tribes. Okay. And a tribe is like the pictures here, right? It's U+2. That's a tribe right there. We want to build more of those tribes. Does that make sense, guys? Can you give me some thumbs up if this is making sense so far? We're going to be building tribes of emeralds. Tribes of emeralds. And you'll see as Edith's going to walk us through the next slide here, and just be patient as we're going through this. I know some of these things might be a little bit new to you, but we're going to do our best to explain this to you, okay? And of course, feel free afterwards to post questions because we want to make sure that we address any questions you may have, guys, tonight. Okay, so let's take it away. And pretty much this slide talks about what I just said, right? So the goal here is to build these emerald tribes, to build generations. So every emerald tribe, U+2, is for everyone to have a 500 personal volume customer base. And then the goal is, guys, is for you to teach your personally sponsored coaches to duplicate and do the same thing. And once you teach them to build to emeralds, guess what happens? They're going to also then duplicate what you taught them, and they're going to teach their coaches to build emerald tribes. And so you're going to go what we call 4 levels deep. So here's a quick scenario, right? So the scenario is, I'm a coach, and now I've got my personally sponsored coach, my sister's my personally sponsored coach. So now I'm going to teach Edith how to build an emerald tribe to help her get to emerald. So it's going to be her +2. Once I teach her that, then Edith is going to go and then teach her coach, Caesar. So she's going to teach Caesar, okay, Caesar, let me show you what Micki taught me, and I'm going to help you get to emerald. So now Edith's going to build another emerald tribe right below her. Now Caesar's going to say, okay, Caesar's going to reach out to Saudi, who's his personally sponsored coach, and say, Saudi, I'm going to teach you now how to become an emerald coach. And build your own tribe. And then Saudi's going to go and share to Melissa, and you're going to keep going more than 4 levels deep. Does that make sense, guys? Thumbs up. Does that make sense?
Saudi learned that lesson very quickly.
Yeah, Saudi learned that lesson very quickly. So we're just duplicating what we're doing. We keep building emeralds and emeralds and emeralds. Okay? Awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Because as a webinar, we don't hear you. Okay. So ready for the next slide?
Ready.
Oh my goodness. Does that look busy?
This is what happened?
What happened?
That's not how I sent it to you.
That's what I got.
Yeah. Anyhow, mine looked prettier. Just saying.
Yours look prettier? As long as the numbers are correct, that's all.
Numbers are correct, exactly. So let's go into seeing visually. Let's see what this Emerald Tribe looks like. So that first lovely little green circle there with that person there, that says 500, the one in the center there, that is you, okay? That's you. So you bring in 2 people into the business, right? They want to join forces with you and change lives. So now you have a coach on the left and you have a coach on the right. Because they're doing exactly what you're doing, they are making sure that they have 500 PVs themselves. So you are bringing in 500 PVs, so that's from your customer base, and so are they.
And by the way, as we go through the slides, we're going to give you examples on how to generate 500 PVs. So don't worry about it. We got you.
Yeah, we thought of it all. So now both of your emeralds, right? They're going to do exactly what you're doing, what you taught them to do. So now they are bringing in 2 people to join them in this business, right? So now you see that third level now, there's 2 coaches there. So the first level is you, the second level are your 2 emerald coaches, and then the third level is their 2 emerald coaches. And then this last level, the 4th level here, they're in blue because they're just a coach. That's their rank right now. They just came into the business, and what they're working on is getting the 500 personal volume. So those are your 4 levels. So yourself, your 2 emerald coaches, their 2 emerald coaches, and then those emerald coaches personally sponsored. Everyone is bringing in 500 personal volume. Okay. So now, if you count here, there's a total of 14 coaches, and if you count yourself, that's 16. But your personal volume is not going to count when we're looking at what your team bonus will be. And remember, in order to start earning team bonus, you need to be at least an emerald coach. If you're just a coach, just came into the business and you're just a coach, so you're in blue, you will not, earn team bonus. You need to have a team of at least 2 people. So now, we know to be an emerald, that's you plus 2. So on the bottom there, you see where it says you plus 2, and you get 3 cycles. Now, let's backtrack here just a little bit, because some of you may not even know, Edith, what are you talking about? What do you mean about cycles? So in order for a cycle to be created, you need to have 200 volume, minimum of 200 volume on your left leg and 100 volume on your right leg. When that happens, that's 1 cycle. So if you look at yourself, you have your 2 emerald coaches. Each of these 2 coaches is bringing in 500 personal volume in their customer base, right? So you subtract 200 from one side and you subtract 100 from the other side. So now you have 1 cycle. So on one side, you're going to be left with 300 volume, and on the other side, you're going to be left with 400 volume. So from the 400, the side that has 400 volume, you're going to deduct 200 volume points, and on the other side, you're going to deduct 100. So that's another cycle. So now you started off with 500, and that brought it down to 300 and 400. And then 200, and 300. You still have one more cycle. So from one side, you're going to deduct 200. From the other side, you deduct 100. And that gives you the 3 cycles. So as an Emerald coach, you get paid $14 per cycle. So on this, and just so you know, this is on a monthly basis here. So in this particular month, you have 3 cycles. You're gonna get paid $14 per cycle. That's a total of $42. So for that month, you're gonna get paid $42. However, remember, you're bringing in your own personal valuing points from your customer base. So on the left-hand side of this slide, you'll see that we're saying you brought in $500 in retail sales. As a coach, regardless of what rank you are, you earn 25% from your retail sales. So 25% of the $500 retail sales is $125. So when you add that $42 to the $125 for that month, you make $167. And I think that covers your Shakeology, and you have a little extra left, right?
Absolutely.
So it really is not too shabby. So now let's take a look and see what happens when you have 6 coaches. It's you and 6 coaches. I'm not going to break it down as I did with the U plus 2, but you'll have 8 cycles for that month. That in bonus, you will make $112. And then if you keep that retail sale of the $500 in that month, 25%, you add the 125, that gives you the $237. So excuse us that 0 somehow went down to that other line there. It's really bugging me, by the way.
I know it is, but it wasn't me. I didn't do that.
But I have that Emerald personality, so that bugs me. And if you don't know what that is, well, we'll put the book down that will help you with that. Anyhow,
okay.
I digress there just a little bit. So the last example you have here is you plus 12 coaches. Remember, all we're not looking at the rank of the coaches, though, the goal is to create emeralds. But what we're looking here is at the volume that each coach is bringing in. And we're saying each coach is bringing in 500 PV. So that will give you 15 cycles, okay? That will give you a team bonus of $210. And if we're adding your own retail sales to that, and we're going to keep the same example, that is $125 commission on your retail sales, that's a total of $335 for the month. So that's how that's broken up to, okay? So 25% of the 500 is 125. The last U plus 2, that's 15 cycles times the 14. You're seeing that on the left-hand side of the screen. That's $210 in team bonus for a total of $335.
Can you imagine that? I mean, guys, I have to be honest with you. When I started seeing these numbers in my business, several years ago, it really made a huge difference for me financially. I know with the $335, I was paying my car payment. So that alleviated some of my other expenses. So
yeah, it's a beautiful thing when you may say, oh, $335, that's not a lot of money, but look at whatever bills you have, and you'll see that it starts to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Like in your case, it was a car payment.
Yep.
It could be car insurance.
Yep.
So one last thing that I just want to go over, because I know we'll probably have people asking, Edith, what about those other numbers on here? On the left-hand side, under the 14 coaches, it says the total volume for the 14 coaches is a total of 7,000 volume. So the 500 is your personal volume. 3,500 on your left leg and 3,500 on your right leg. Okay, just want to make sure that. Micki, people are saying that there's an echo.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe try muting yourself while I speak in case of that helps. And then unmute when you need to say something.
Okay, so are you going to, well, we'll move on to the next slide.
Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, and then I'll mute myself, and then you let me know when you need me to move.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what happens. The numbers got out of whack there. So of 500, I apologize for that. So just a quick rundown. So if you're an Emerald coach with 500 personal volume, you're looking at monthly that you're making $335. We're gonna go into greater detail on the other ones, so maybe we should just bypass those other three because we have slides that talk about the classic diamond, the classic diamond 500, and then the diamond strong. Okay, so let's okay, so this is the classic diamond. In this particular case, and there's a lot of that in the entire organization, that is a diamond coach who gets Shakeology, or maybe they get Daily Sunshine on a monthly basis, on HD, of course. So you get 90 PVs for that. Each of your personally sponsored coaches also get Shakeology or Daily Sunshine on HD, and so their volume is 90 PVs. And this is what I was speaking about earlier when I said that in some cases we just look at getting the minimum amount of emeralds that we need to reach this diamond rank. And so this is exemplified here on this particular slide. So you have your 2 emeralds on both sides, and so everyone in this diamond organization, everyone is bringing in 90 PVs. So if you notice, you have 6 coaches on each side bringing in 90. So the total volume is 1,080 for this diamond team. Each side has 540 PVs. And the most you'll get here is 3 cycles. So the 3 cycles at $18. And I didn't go over this before, but an emerald gets paid for each cycle at $14. A diamond gets paid $18 a cycle. And let's not forget the ruby. The ruby gets paid $16 a cycle. So since in this scenario, you are a diamond coach, you'll get paid $18 per cycle. In this case, it's 3. So for this particular month, you will make $54. That's fairly simple. You may say, hey, that's the position that I'm in. And there's nothing wrong with that because you're a diamond. But we want to bring it to the next level. So Micki, can you just go on to the next slide? And I see that people are saying that there's no more echo. So I think that's what needed to happen. So now we have another diamond organization. In this diamond organization, everyone is bringing in on a monthly basis 500 PVs. So once again, it's a total of there's similarities between this diamond coach and the classic diamond coach. They each have just a total of 2 emerald coaches. The difference here is this is the next level because everyone is bringing in 500 PVs, including yourself as the diamond, right? Because you're the one setting the example and they're doing exactly what you're doing. So the total volume for this diamond team is 6,000 volume. It happens to be completely even, 3,000 on each side, on each leg. So here we're saying that the retail sales is $500. Your 25% of that is $125. And you have a total of 15 cycles paid out at $18 a cycle. that's $270. So you'll get paid a total of $395 for that month. So you go from getting paid $54 in the previous scenario to $395 in this particular scenario. Okay, so Micki, let's go on to the next one, because I think we're now I feel like I'm kind of on a roll with this. So now this is the Diamond Strong team. So this is what we want, the one with the muscles. Mine are still a little flabby, but we're getting there. So in this scenario, I actually love this scenario. In this scenario, we have 500 for the personal volume of the diamond. And in this case, you have emeralds under each of your personally sponsored coach is an emerald. So here you're seeing a scenario that the total volume for this team is 60,000 volume, 30,000 on each side. And the payout is 2,700 when you have the 8 emerald tribe. For the 12 emerald tribe, the volume is 90,000, 45,000 on each leg, and the total is 4,050. So you see how you go from 54 to, what was the other one, 335? I forgot what the other one was, to making this much. And remember, this is in a month. This is in a month. So do you see why you want to help your personally sponsored coaches to reach emerald and get them to the point where they are bringing in a minimum of 500 PVs a month at a minimum? Obviously, you can always exceed that. And Micki, can you go back to the 2 slides before this real quick? No, the one more before. Okay, I guess it's one more. Okay, yeah, that one. Oh, I didn't realize we had gone through so many slides. So I wanted to go back to this one just because here in all these scenarios, we're saying the minimum per month that you would make in commissions and your team bonus. Now, keep in mind, that's for a month that we're saying. These numbers could very easily be done weekly. Remember, in the team, when we recognize the coaches, this isn't on a weekly basis. So on a weekly basis, we're recognizing those for 300 PVs, 500 PV, and 1,000 and above PVs. So I did the numbers, they're not on here, but U plus 2, if you do this on a weekly basis, your monthly income would be $168. If you do your $500 retail sales on a weekly basis, the monthly will be $293. So adding the 125 to 168 will be $293. The U plus 6, if you do this on a weekly basis, that middle number is no longer 112. It becomes 448. And the number on the right-hand side to include your retail sales will go up to 573 on a weekly basis. And if you do it on a weekly basis, that will be your monthly income. And then U plus 12, that first number is no longer 210. It becomes $840 just on team bonus if you do this on a weekly basis. If these numbers that are here on the screen you do on a weekly basis, your monthly income will be $840. If you do your 500 retail sale on a weekly basis, that total will be $965 in the month. So you can see how there's that progression and that it is possible. It is possible. And like Micki always says, it's a numbers game, but it's focusing on helping people, helping them, with their fitness, helping them get to Emerald, and setting the example so that they duplicate what you have done with them. And now I no longer remember what the next slide should be. Oh, there we go. You want to take that, Micki, or you want me to do it?
It seems like when I get off, I have this background noise. So hopefully that has stopped. But hopefully, guys, I know there's a lot of numbers, thrown at you, but at the end of the day, guys, one of the things I realized that, this business you will not see this business as a business until you don't understand the numbers behind the business and why, the why behind Emerald, the why behind, helping our coaches achieve that first milestone and then teaching them to rinse and repeat what we taught them. It's the compound effect, guys. Like this is a compound effect. Over time, these numbers will grow. And it's all about the mindset, guys, because that's what it was for me. When I made a decision and I flipped the switch, I'm like, I'm going to make this business work. And I started treating it like a business and really managing my numbers and taking a look at, my monthly goals versus my activity versus my results, seeing when there was a gap. That's when the magic happened, okay? So we have to meet a customer where they're at, okay? The first thing we want to do, guys, goal number one is create raving customers, customers that believe in the product. And the only way for that to happen, guys, is, to run challenge groups and help our customers, I know, and listen, I get it that achieving Success Club, that's huge. Success Club is huge because so many rewards come with it, but sometimes, we will come across a client that maybe is not ready right away for the challenge pack. So, Beachbody is so on top of the changes that are happening in today's world. Hence the reason why we're having this clean week. If somebody's not ready to make that commitment, we can offer us other solutions. And you'll see in some of the slides that all the different products that we have, guys, like we have a storefront. We have a storefront that we can offer our clients. So that's why the goal number one is to create these raving customers, and they get to be a raving customers when we support them and we nurture them and we hold them accountable. And yes, we do make them feel a little bit uncomfortable for them to do the things that they normally wouldn't be doing to get those results. Okay, that's goal number one. Goal number two is to create customers who influence. And what do I mean by that? This is when we have our customers who share their results on social media, or when they allow us for us on a Tuesday transformation, for example, that we share their results on social media and tag them. And you'll see when they have influence, when people are commenting. I mean, guys, this is one of the ways that I actually, I got the nudge to finally say, yes, I'm going to become a coach, because my brother Tony was always talking to me about the business, not so much the business, but about becoming a coach. And, I didn't get it at first. Until his coach also reached out to me and said, Micki, because at that point I was a customer, and he says, why aren't you a coach? And I'm like, I don't know. And he says, you're doing exactly what a coach is doing. You're motivating people. I see people that are always commenting on your pictures, on your posts, and you have a good influence on these people. So why not get paid for it? And that's when I said yes. So if I said yes, there's a customer out there that's sitting in your challenge group just like me, who was sitting in the sidelines. But they need that little push from us. Okay. And it's okay, to ask permission to share their results, and always tell them, please, tag me. if they post it. If we post it, we're going to tag them because their friends are going to see it. And that's when we strike up a conversation. And goal number 3 on here is create revenue per customer. And how you create revenue per customer is when your customers are on Shakeology HD, right? If you hear a customer who's saying that, maybe they have a hard time in the morning getting up to do their workout, well, that's where the Energizer comes in, from the performance line. We have a product for everybody, guys. Customers go to stores when they want to get vitamins, when they want to buy XYZ. We have a storefront. The only difference with our store is that it's online. That's what it is. And at the end of the day, guys, we are unique. Beachbody is unique because we offer a healthy formula. We offer a formula that is going to help our clients and ourselves live a long, healthy, fulfilling life without side effects. You follow me? Because everything that's in our storefront, it's all healthy stuff. We offer programs, guys, that are fun. Fitness that's fun. We have programs for everyone. I mean, now, I did that beginner workout today, and I got a great sweat with it, guys. I really did. So I don't need to preach to the choir. You guys know about our fitness programs. They're unbelievable. The results are amazing. Our nutrition is very simplified, with our container systems. And believe you me, that Carl has other stuff up his sleeve. There's more stuff coming. And the results, the support they're going to get within the community, with your coach, in the challenge group, guys, we've got the solution. So, next slide. So here's some ideas, okay? Idea number 1 for the 500 PB mindset. We have to learn to find your healthy formula. When we're speaking to our prospects, guys, these are simple questions, that we ask. What's your, what's your favorite, way to get your exercise? Like, what do you do for your health and fitness? How's your nutrition? How's that coming along? Do you have a support system to hold you accountable? Because that's the hardest part, guys. Like, honestly, I always tell people, like, you're smart. You know what you should be eating and what you shouldn't be eating. Like, we know, okay? Working out, that's a decision. But it's the support system that helps us stand out for anything else. So ask your customer, are you open to trying something new? Because there's a lot of people out there that'll say, oh, I go to the gym, I can't work out from home. I was one of those people. I was your typical gym rat. And my brother, I don't know if he's on the call or not, but my brother will tell you, in the beginning, I told him, me, work out from home, that's not going to happen. But something changed in my life that I made it happen. And here I am, 7 years later, I'm still here. Offer them and give them value to what our challenge groups do, guys. Every challenger that has had results in these challenge groups, guys, everybody walks out of there more confident. You're going to see that their success rate in their transformation, it boosts up, and that's happened too, because many of us, we were challengers at one point. All of us were challengers. I have one of my coaches who was one of my challengers. She's down almost 60 pounds. She's a whole different person, and so when you build that confidence because you said yes to trying something different, something new, it just spills over to every area of your life, guys. That's what it does. Okay. So be open to asking these questions. All right. And by the way, guys, we're going to share these slides on the team page. So you'll have the slides to refer back to. Okay. I hope there's no echo. Okay. So PV idea number 2, the challenge pack. Okay. So we all know that the challenge pack is the best solution. The client gets a great discount when they purchase the challenge pack. So let's break this down a little bit more. So we all know the All Access Challenge Pack right now is at $160. It should stay. Hopefully, I hope they push it out to the end of the year. Seriously, but we do know that it's definitely through the end of September. So the cost of the challenge pack is $160. The personal volume that you get from that is 135. The next one is the team personal volume. And I know sometimes there's a confusion between the two, like, well, what's the PV? What's the team PV? So personal volume, that's because your customer purchased that from you. So personal volume equals your purchases plus your customer purchases. So this is what you're doing personally, okay? So that's what you get personally for it. On a team volume, on the team component, we get 45 volume for that on the team side. Okay. The next line is the residual customer PV. So that means that when the customer is on HD and then the following month they get Shakeology again, you're going to earn 90 personal volume for that Shakeology on Home Direct. And the residual income, the residual revenue for that is $32. Okay. Now there's a little asterisk that is on the 45 and the 90. The reason that's there is because this is the number that counts towards the 500 PVs. That's the number that counts towards the 500 PVs. Okay? So you would need 6 customers because Shakeology is 90 PVs, so 90 times 6, 450, pretty close to the 500. Okay? You want to add anything to that, Edith? Or we're good to go?
That's 540, not 450.
Oh, 540. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I wasn't really good at math, and I was a banker for 20 years. Go figure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess that's why I'm out of banking. All right. So moving on to idea number 3, okay, on how you can get the 500 PV, right? Because this one here is based on 6 customers, okay, right? So this is 6 customers are going to get you to that 500 PV for the month. The next one is asking your friends, family support, and feedback. Something simple like this. Hey, listen, Uncle Joe, I'm doing something that really matters to me, and I need your help, okay? So you're going to ask the people closest to you for support, okay? And you want him, Uncle Joe, I would love for you to try some of the products I'll be recommending. Are you open to helping me with this? Okay, so take a look at this, guys. This is pretty cool. So here we go. Shakeology, if you sell one Shakeology, and this has nothing to do with challenge packs, okay? These are just products a la carte, so to speak, right? And so Shakeology is worth 90 PVs. So Uncle Joe is going to try Shakeology. So that's 90 PVs right there. Then you have Aunt Mary, who has a 5-year-old that doesn't, like to eat. So Aunt Mary, I have the best shake for Joey. Try it, just at least try it for 30 days, see how he likes it. There you go, 90 PVs on that. Then you have the performance stack, and that's from the Beachbody Performance line. So you've got, somebody in the family that's doing one of our extreme programs. And by the way, I've been doing the program with Sagi, Week of Hard Labor, and believe you me, I need to take that recovery drink. So the performance stack, if I'm not mistaken, is the recovery, which I love to drink. It tastes like Nestle Quick. What do they call it? Nestle Quick, the chocolate one. I used to love that stuff as a kid. It tastes just like that, so I drink that right after my workout. And then it also includes the Energize, which I take 30 minutes before my workout, and I need that first thing in the morning. It's like, I need it. So that's 90 PVs for that right there. The next one is Ultimate Reset Detox. That is part of the Ultimate Reset, the 21-day program. I think a lot of people that don't realize that a lot of the supplements from the Ultimate Reset, you can purchase them separately. I know I do. I get the Detox by itself. It tastes, has like a lemony taste. And whenever my tummy's not feeling good for whatever reason, I drink that. And I drink it every day, actually. Not even if my tummy's not feeling good. I just love to drink it because it just cleanses your colon out. So that's 94 PVs for that. Derm exclusive, Derm exclusive is a skin line that we have. A lot of people, and me, I need to be advertising Derm exclusive at 51 years of age. I need to talk about, more about skin and the fact that, as we age, the skin, has like these little lines in here. And I've seen Derm exclusive when it was first released. And even just recently, I saw someone do a video where a lot of these crow lines like totally disappear. And that's 60 PVs right there. A 3-day refresh, 52 PVs. And all access Beachbody On Demand is 38 PVs. So when we add all these PVs to all these products, it comes up to 518 PVs for the month. And that equals a total sale of $728.60, which equals $197 for the month. And by the way, you get 25% off of everything. With the exception of the All Access BOD, we get 40% of that. So not too shabby, guys, right? So we've got 7 products in the month. You do that every single month, you're going to be a 500 PV coach. And just on that, you're going to have $200 monthly. And like Edith said earlier, she did the example, like, you can do this weekly. You've seen the recognition on the team. There's some coaches that do this every week. But it takes time, it takes time as you're building trust with your clients, and they're going to keep coming back for more because they love the results they're getting from this. So anything else on that, Edith?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Hope you guys are getting all this. I know there's a lot of info that, we're throwing at you. But here's some activity, guys, to get to that 500 PV. Okay. Challenge groups. Everyone needs to be running a challenge group. And, we had this conversation the other day. Saudi and I were having this conversation the other day, and we actually heard Ivy Morales. For those of you that don't know Ivy's in our team. She's currently right now number 11 in the Coach Network, and she was on the Latino Coach page. She did a Facebook Live all in Spanish. We're talking about challenge groups and the fact that, we always say, we have monthly challenge groups, but she's like, I have a challenge group every Monday. And, I kind of chuckled at it because when I'm speaking to prospects, I go, well, when's your next challenge group? Like, you know what? Don't worry about it. You're ready? Monday. We'll get you in on Monday. That's it. So every Monday is a challenge group. That's it. Okay. So forget about doing challenge groups, once a month. They're every Monday, people. Every Monday you have a challenge group and you keep them in the same group. Right now there's the free groups. A lot of people, I honestly, guys, keeping it real, I've never did a free group prior to this clean week. Like, I'm really excited about doing the clean week. And I'm excited about it because it comes with the meal plans and it has all that fun stuff. But these free groups, there's many coaches that have found a lot of success with these free groups. And they usually just run for 5 days. Hence the reason that, Beachbody put together the clean week, because it's going to include 7 days of drinking Shakeology. Okay. Then there's special interest groups. I've seen a lot of coaches who do non-fitness groups on Facebook, and it's just to build a relationship with people, and it has nothing to do with challenge groups or the free groups. It has nothing to do with nutrition or fitness. But at the end of the day, there's a way to connect them and then to invite them to your challenge group. VIP customer group. There's a lot of coaches that they have their challenge groups, and so once a client finishes their 21-day challenge, 60, 90-day, then they have the option at the end. Do you want to continue to be a challenger, or are you going to move on and upgrade to the coach account? And so a lot of coaches put their customers in a VIP just to make them feel extra special. Okay, it's all part of the nurturing. So these are all different ideas. But definitely, guys, the challenge groups and the free groups, again, with Clean Week, make sure, guys, that you get together and do a Clean Week challenge group. That's going to be amazing. All right, so those are some activities for the 500 PB. All right, social media business page. Okay, there's different ways, guys, that we can connect with our customers. You know, you could target a certain market. You could do what they call curiosity, posting, and that's all based on some of the, questions that you're posting on your Facebook, just to create curiosity so people can come onto your page. Once again, I'm going to plug in the fact that you have got to watch the Bob Heilig training on Facebook engagement. This right here, guys, is going to really, really help bring people onto your page, okay? I know that not everyone has a like page, which is what the business page is, but a lot of people use their like page because you could do more things on a like page than you can do on your personal page. And the fact that, many people, if they don't have their own website, they use that page sort of like a personal website. You can actually, there's a lot of things you can do, on the like page. So, but we're going to be doing training on like pages as well. But in the like page is another way that you can, connect with more people, because you target different people. A lot of people run these Facebook ads, so they may be targeting, moms who love to shop at Trader Joe's, moms who, love to go bowling, or they play golf. Like, you can target those things through your like page and then target those people. Okay. And it is connected, through you can connect it through your Instagram. Yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell the business page. All right. Creating a customers of influence. They're called COIs. What's a COI? A COI is just a person who has influence over others. And so you're going to create raving fan referrals. So I'm going to give you a perfect example with this. I have 3 of my clients that I've had with me pretty much since the beginning, and they absolutely refuse to become a coach. I have presented to them every single which way and every different flavor as to why it makes sense for them to become a coach. They just don't want anything to do with it. And so they refer business to me all the time. When they do posts on their Instagram, because a lot of them are on Instagram, they'll tag me and they'll share their results. So I get referrals through them all the time, okay? So that's going to happen. The other thing, guys, is offering incentives. If somebody, joins a challenge. Of course, there's Edith is also who I like to call the compliance officer. Edith, are you unmuted?
I am now.
When it talks about incentives, I know there's like a dollar amount that you can't offer a bag of Shakeology, something like that. You can't do that.
No. You could do like $25 and you'll be good.
Yeah. You can offer like, $25 gift certificate. You can do stuff like that. I know one of the things that Yadi, and I know Yadi's on here, that Yadi started doing, and I know that's presented some opportunities for her, is, today, for example, like on a Tuesday transformation, she'll invite one of her challengers to go Facebook Live with her. And first she'll post and she'll share correct me if I'm wrong, Yadi, I think I got it right, but I do know that you interview them on Facebook Live. She'll show their before and after, and then she'll announce that she's going to have them on her Facebook Live, and she has them share their story, tags them, and guess what happens? When they get tagged, their friends see it. And listen, stories is what sells.
Yadi says that's correct.
That's correct. All right, because I can't see it. But that is what sells. It's stories. It is stories that sell. Facts tell, Like you can post something and share a transformation and say, they did the 21-day fix extreme at home. They drank Shakeology. That's a fact. That's a fact. But let me hear the story. Like the story is the one that's going to sell. Okay. So all these are different activities that, start thinking like out of the box, invite a friend to join you on, what was the name that I'm actually doing something with my, in my challenge group. And I've told, this is an idea that I just came up just a couple of days ago. And I said to them, all right, guys, we're going to commit together as a group. We're going to do the 21-day fix. You have the option of either doing the 21-day fix or 21-day fix extreme. Now, the question is, who's interested in getting the Shakeology paid for? Everybody raise their hand. I'm like, great. So you're going to invite 3 friends to the challenge group. Invite 3 friends to join you in the challenge group. And with those 3 friends joining the challenge group, you're going to get your Shakeology paid for. You're going to get your Shakeology paid for. Now, some of the people that are in the group are challengers who enrolled with a coach account, not necessarily wanting to work the business, but we're looking to build tribes of emeralds. So they bring in three customers, 3 coaches, their volume is going to go up. And now the challenge group is going to get bigger. Volume is going to go up, right? Their Shakeology is going to get paid for. And there you go. Okay. So those are some of activities. So always think out of the box, bounce ideas off of your success partner, reach out to your sponsoring coach and, ask for some ideas. Okay. So just a couple of activities to get you to the 500 PVs. And guys, the goal here is for us to expand our team's product confidence. That is not just the challenge pack, guys. We have to go beyond the challenge pack. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2 is literally Shakeology. Like guys, literally I was today at Edith at your favorite supermarket, Fairway. And I took a picture. Like it's just crazy, guys. Like these are the things, like I need to share this on Facebook, by the way. So I took a picture of it. And goji berries, right? There's goji berries are in Shakeology. And goji berries at the supermarket cost $24.99 a pound. You got to be kidding me. $24.99 a pound. Now, this is one of the things that I'm going to share. And what the benefits are of goji berry. Do I know off the top of my head? Of course I don't. So I'm going to go Google it. I'm going to go find out the benefits of goji berry and share the fact that I drink this every single day, except I don't pay $24.99 a pound. Okay. Those are the little things, guys, that we have to, share. Start, creating a video library or a picture library of before and afters. That's why in Team Eagle, I have a post pinned, drop your before and after so we can share pictures, guys. Everyone on your Facebook, everyone should have a transformation album, because when you've got new followers, I'm telling you, people are freaking nosy. They're going to go to your wall. They're going to go, through all your albums, and they're going to see transformation pictures. Okay. So make sure that you've got an album of transformation pictures of coaches, of challengers, because that's what sells, guys. Transformation stories. That's what sells. Okay. All right. And now as we wrap it up, so we want to ask ourselves, what's the experience we want our coaches to have on our team? I know for me, guys, is, my desire is, number 1, that everyone goes through a transformation. Because when you put yourself through a challenge, through one of our challenges, guys, and you succeed at it, and you achieve those goals, guys, it sets you up and it puts you in a mindset that you can conquer anything, and you build up your confidence. And when you build up your confidence, you become an amazing human. As Saudi says, be a good human and teach others to do the same. And when you teach others to do the same, and you start building these emerald tribes, like thousands and thousands of lives are going to be transformed. You know, I am about to go Facebook Live right after this with my sister, my brother, you know, to talk about the power of one, the power that one person made a decision, and thousands of lives have been transformed because of it. Okay. So guys, at the end of the day, together, we are Team Beachbody. That's who we are. And together we stand strong. Together we're going to celebrate. You know, together as a team, we're just going to transform lives in 4 areas, because we change lives in so many different areas. You know, clearly we're a fitness business. Let me stop sharing. Clearly we're a fitness business, and people come to us. People come to us because they're broken physically, but what happens is that their lives are going to change in other areas. They're going to change physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. Okay? So with that, guys, thank you so much for being on our call tonight. I know we kept you a little bit longer, but we wanted to ensure that we did our best to explain this to you. We would love, please, guys, give us your feedback. What did you learn today? On the thread, you know, if you can put it on the Facebook Live thread, would be even better, so it can stay here, because once I close out the live, all the comments get lost. But if you can go on the Facebook Live and just share with us, what did you like most about tonight's training, and what do you want to learn more of? We want to hear you. We want to hear what the field wants. We want to know what you guys need so that we can deliver for you. So thank you so much.
I want to say one quick thing. I know we're over time here,
yeah.
But if you have any questions, you're, you know, not completely clear on the stuff, you know, make sure to reach out to your upline coach to get further clarification. If you happen to have an upline coach that is not that active, you can reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to explain this stuff to you, because as Micki said earlier, I'm a teacher. That's in my DNA, so I'll be more than happy to do that.
Amen. All right, guys, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing your feedback on the Facebook Live, and have a blessed evening, and we'll see you in the field. Have a good night, guys. Thank you,
everyone.
Okay, good night.
Bye.